Right, Shalom. The GMS we have since come at you with another pre-camp lesson. Before we get started, we'll give our praises to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
the Bible says Apostle Elders of GMS, who we learn this truth from, and peace and blessings to all the elect that's doing the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, in faith, faith, and sincerity. All right, now this pre-camp lesson, just we're going to, at the end of the day, we gotta realize and don't forget that hey, it's not about how much we know, how much we say this or say that, but it's about how we live by the scriptures, man. All right, first precept we'll get is Yahushua bringing up that statement.
It's the gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
That's right. Now, read again.
Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, not everyone that say, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right? I mean, hey, you might know the name, you might call upon the name, but it's not all about that, man. All right, but it's about this.
But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven.
Yeah, which that do the Father in heaven. It's all about, hey, what you are you doing, what's required of you. All right? According to the scriptures, man. All right?
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 14. Even so hath the Lord ordained that they which preach the gospel should live of the gospel.
That's right. He that preaches the gospel shall live by the gospel. All right? Yeah, you gonna be preaching this truth and all that, but hey, are you living by the gospel, man? By the truth. All right? So they got the scripture say, hey, you teach others, but are you teaching yourself? All right? You're supposed to ask yourself that, man. All right? Everybody got something?
It's back in Matthew 7, verse 22. Many will say unto me, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name have done wonderful works? And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
That's right. He that never knew you, because hey, you did it deceitfully, man. You did it at the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, you didn't do it sincerely. All right, as you say, you ain't doing it in faith, fear, and sincerity. All right, so therefore, Yahushua never knew you. All right, no matter how much you know, how much you say this or that, man. All right.
Yeah, just going into James, he said, faith without works is dead. You know, the works, you can't just do the works for the camera. You can't just do the works to say you a man of the Lord, you a Hebrew Israelite. You have to actually believe in this thing. Paul said, what? Anything, you're damned if you eat, man. Anything you do without faith is sin.
All right, that's right, man. All right. And indeed, man, it's all about living by the scriptures, man. It's truth. All right, that's the only way we'll get delivered. All right, it don't matter how much you know, what you say, or you say this or that, or you try to preach the word. Right, but it's all about living by those words that you speak. All right.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 6. You say 36? 32, gotcha. It says, my son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught, and if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be proven.
That's right. Thou shalt.
Sirach chapter 6, verse 32, it says, my son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught, and if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be proven.
Yeah, you learn these things. The only way you're going to really learn is you apply these things to your mind. That's right. All right? Is you living by those things that you're being taught. All right?
They might have had, that's actually a part of the labor. Like, not only is the labor coming out here, you know, preaching the word, you know, to the people, you know, trying to get the word to the elect, but also a part of the labor is what you're doing off camera. You know, what you living by this word. That's a part of that labor too.
Yeah, you might see a good quote and whatnot. You might say some things that's so deep, but are you gonna live by that? Are you gonna apply that? When that happen to you? Hey, at the end of the day, the Lord gonna test you on that. You're gonna live by that same principle that you're speaking on. All right?
And the easiest thing to do is come out here and speak on something. It takes more work to actually live by it.
Yeah, that's what the Lord looking for, that true worshipers, man. That's what true rebels gonna do. They gonna live by these scriptures, man. At the end of the day, all right.
Let me jump down to verse 37. It says, verse 37, let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart, and give thee what? Give thee wisdom at thine own desire.
All right.
Kind of says, verse 37, let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart, and give thee wisdom for thine own desire.
That's right. That's the only way we apply this, get this wisdom, man. What's that? Only reason we learn this truth so we can apply it, man. Not to talk about how much we know. Say try to sound deep. All right, and God ain't looking for no deep base Israelites, man. For true rebels, worshipers, man. That's it. All right.
Like the apostles say, man, hey, be one deep. Just don't be too deep. All right, because Jacob get too deep and bug his own self out. He's seeking matters that's too far for him. All right, the Lord gave us the things that pertain to salvation. All right, all these other things, we gonna get that in the kingdom. Just stay focused on salvation, and you're gonna be all right, G.
St. Matthew, chapter 23, verse 25. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. Thou blind Pharisee, clean first that which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. Yeah, so you're supposed to clean what's inside you first. Jake found out they're Israelite, the first thing they do is buy a bunch of t-shirts with fringes. Or they'll put fringes on all their garments. They don't learn the scriptures, they don't live the scriptures, but they have this outward appearance. Well, I'm an Israelite now. I got my beard, I got my armband, I got my shirt with my fringes. I'm from the tribe of Judah. This truth is not about, tribe repping or being on social media bragging about being an Israelite. It's about your own personal walk and repentance to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead man's bones and of all uncleanness.
That's right. You appear as pure, all right, and you'll live by it, but you're not. But really, you're not. All right. You know what I'm saying? Got that?
This is 4:9. This is Philippians 4, verse 9. Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do, and the power of peace shall be with you.
Yeah, these that we learn, all right, certain ain't reading these precepts, or hey, here's certain men, certain teachers, which they preach, let's take heed of that, man, and do and apply it to our life. Even just reading accounts of different scriptures and whatnot, able to apply those too. But they scripture say Romans 15, verse 15:3. Hey, these things for our learning. And then it's there, all right?
I got something. This is the book of Titus, chapter 3, and verse 3. Yeah, verse 3 and 3 it says, for we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another. But after that, kindness and love of Yahweh by Shemel Shai, our Savior, toward men appear, not by works of righteousness. All right, and I'm going to just get to the point, folks. Hey, you got to put off that old man. All right, like the brother just brought out, you got to clean the inside of you, man. You got to clean that spirit. All those examples, those wicked examples that I just read are things that lie within men. And the only way you can purge that from you is living by these scriptures. Because what? You go, hey, that's like you do something wicked and you a man of the Lord, it's gonna be on your mind. All right, that thing gonna bug you. It's gonna continuously poke you until you purge that from you. And certain things like adultery and sodomy, different things like that Jake, do in this world, hey, those things come like this, right? But you gotta let this word have its perfect work with you at the same time, right? I just wanted to make that point, bro.
This John chapter 3, verse 20. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High.
Yeah, straight to the point. That's the only way you could be that light of the world, as they always try to tell us, is that, hey, is you doing the work, all right? Not what you know without knowing this light or speaking on the light, man. Because, hey, be the light by this, be the living according to this truth, man. All right, at the end of the day.
What does it mean to be a light to the world? It means to be an example.
Yeah.
Something that they can see, that they can behold, that they can follow after.
Yeah.
Say we shine as light in a dark place, man. We really the only men that have the truth. We really some of the only straight men left. Only men that know the difference between a man and a woman. The only men that know right from wrong. As things get worse and worse, it's clear like you either all the way in the truth or you all the way just bugged out of your mind. Ain't no gray areas anymore. This is the letter to the Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 22. Let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water.
That's right. And that pure water represents this word. All right. And to say every word of the Most High is pure. All right. So you're supposed to sincerely be washed from this filthy world, man, by this word. All right. How you being cleansed? By living by those scriptures. And then it's man. All right.
I just want to read this part again. It says, this Hebrews 10 and 22, it says, let us draw near with a true heart, right? Not a double-minded heart. You know, what it say in James? Double-minded man. So you got to have a true heart. You got to be 100% in the truth. You can't be in the truth but still longing for the world. You're in the truth, but you deep down, you want America to continue. You know, you're going to bug yourself out.
I got it. Just backing up exactly what Jesus said. This is Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may be proved what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
Right. The only way you can be accepted by the Most High is you doing His will, doing what's required of you according to the scriptures. Simple and plain.
If I can say this, the whole purpose for Jacob's trouble is to purge wickedness from evil. You can't enter into the kingdom of heaven smoking fucking cigarettes and weed and shit, committing adultery. That's the purpose for this. Because obviously you got the prophets out on the highways and byways, telling you that you need to return to your power, in which you still look at us and shun us and mock us. So, the Lord just kind of like skipping everything and just saying, fuck it, we gonna obliterate you. You gonna, like the scripture saying, the book of Sirach, hey, they gonna know it by death, meaning they gonna understand this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through death, So guys, hey, let me, I got one. This, the book of Titus, Titus 1 and 10, it says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, meaning those men that know that they Israel, these other camps, which all the camps, they got these different things with them and shit like that, but they know that they Israel, and they do these like the Passover situation, shit like that, bro. Hey, it's gonna get to it. It says, verse 11, it says, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things that they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. Hey, we all understand what these other camps preach, man. They're the same as the goddamn churches. They just know that they Israel. But going back to the premise of this whole video, you gotta live by these scriptures. The scriptures don't tell you, charge a man $500 fucking to get a Passover, bro. That's wicked as hell, bro, for real. Mama jumped down to verse 16. It says, This Titus 1:16, it says, they profess that they know Yahweh, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. That's right.
Like,
hey, that's plain.
Yeah, that's plain. You act like you're doing it, but hey, you just a wicked nigga, man.
Just a nigga with fringes on, man.
It's 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach.
Real quick, this Sirach, chapter 14, and we'll start at verse 4. He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others, that shall spend his goods riotously. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. If he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. So you got people doing so-called doing good, but they doing it unwillingly. They coming out to the camp because a brother got on them, or they got rebuked in the spirit, but they don't really believe in this, man. They don't really believe in Yahweh Shai, his resurrection. A lot of people don't even really believe the Israelites. They go back into the world talking about, I used to be an Israelite. You were an Israelite by blood. Like, I didn't used to be an Israelite. It don't even make sense. They doing good unwillingly because they don't really believe. They just going through the motions. Monkey see, monkey do. Okay, I see I'm supposed to do this, so I'm going to just do it. No, you have to believe wholeheartedly.
Yeah, they just doing it for attention. Yeah. Or it's a trend. Hey, as you can see, age. This word is being pushed out, man. God the whole 4 corners of the earth, man. So, of course, people just following children. The Israelites. Being the Israelite, man. Any day, man, Lord ain't looking for that. Lord looking for, who truly worship him and doing what's required of them according to the scriptures. Simple.
That's something. This the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 1. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, which is what? The law, statutes, and commandments. It says, is occupied in the meditation thereof. Not only reading it, but applying it, right, to the different sectors of his life, man. Diagnosing himself. All right, this wrong with me. That's wrong with me. How can the scriptures help me with this? All right, because we have all the answers to perfect ourselves, man. Believe it or not. All right.
Notice how it says being occupied.
That's right.
Yeah. That's what you will put your time into.
That's right.
Yeah, y'all was trying to say occupy till I come.
Yeah.
How we occupying ourselves? We giving attendance to reading, studying, and applying these videos. Yeah, watching
being brotherly. Yeah. All right. It's been multiple situations where, all right, my spirit was down and a brother just hit me and like, hey, bro, you gonna go shoot out to the lake or whatever, and you receive wise counsel, and it's just by being brotherly. You know what I'm saying? Check it. It says, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients, and be occupied in prophecy. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. So basically being indebted into this law, statutes, and commandments, man. Right? Searching words up, looking at breakdowns from the apostles, right? I just wanted to bring that out,
Bring that
This is Romans 2:13. For not the hearers of the law are just before the Most High, but the doers of the law shall be justified.
Right. That's right. Hey, doers of the law is gonna be justified, man. Only you gonna see that mercy, because just because we under grace, under mercy, doesn't mean we sins. All right, but they practice rehearse his righteous acts, man. All right, at the end of the day, till we get these new bodies, man. Our righteous life will be on this man. Being first fruit to obtain the new bodies, man. All right.
It's 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. It says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High.
Yeah. While we studying, while we learn these precepts, I learn these different scriptures so we can be approved and accepted by the Lord. All right? Be accepted by the Lord, knowing what's acceptable to the Lord. Because, hey, that's what you seek daily. Hey, please, Yahweh by Shema Shai. All right?
It says, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
That's another thing while we're studying today. So we can rightly break down these precepts day by day. So that's why, hey, it's required of us to study. All right? Applying these precepts, man, at the end of the day, man. All right?
This is a quick one. This is Revelations 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
Great. Keep it. How are we keeping those things? Applying it to our daily life, man. That's how we keep it. Not just, knowing it and all that, man. We're supposed to keep those things. We're supposed to live by it at the end of the day, man. All right?
It says, blessed is he that readeth and do those things.
And keep those things.
To the end, man.
It's Psalms 1 and 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Most High, and his law doth he meditate day and night. Like you said, you keeping it, being occupied in this thing day and night.
Yeah.
We be dreaming on these things, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And so, yeah, we'll say again, that first one, we'll say separate from the God. Verse 1.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
Hey, that's how you live by those things too, by being separated from the world.
Yeah.
All right? Separate from these Babylonians out here, man. All right? Because they not living by these precepts. They don't know these precepts. That's why the scripture say you're supposed to walk around wise men. All right?
It's Sirach 13 and 1. He that toucheth pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. Sirach 13 and 1. He that toucheth pitch shall be defiled therewith. And pitch is like asphalt. It's like super sticky. You can't, once you touch it, that's it, man. It's going to be stuck to you. It says, and he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him.
Indeed, man, the Lord living out this dead state, man. This evil present world, man. And while we is delivered, while we is out there, we're not supposed to keep in touch with it. All right? That's another way of living by this thing, man. All right? Being separated from this way to this world, man. All right? Hey, if you are, the Lord don't love you, man. All right? Because you're supposed to love not the world. All right? All the things of it. All right?
If you love the world, you don't love the Father, man. The Father's not with this place at all. That's why Yahushua said, he doesn't pray to take us out the world, but to keep us in it, but away from all of the wickedness that's in it, man. It's like we in the rain without getting wet, so to speak. We're amongst these people. We're in the world, but not of the world. So every day you wake up just like the rest of these people. You put on your pants one leg at a time, just like the rest of these people. But in your mind, you meditate on the scriptures. You meditate on the kingdom of heaven. You're not thinking about, the birth of America, Christmas. You're not thinking about, the next, whatever folly these people are caught up in. Your mind should be meditated on the precepts and the prophecies.
It's the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 21. It says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. But if ye be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man. Behold,
verse 21.
verse 21.
Yeah.
Gotcha. From the top, James 1 and 21. It says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness and this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because they lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, man. Because it's the ways of this world.
Right.
But now you're not supposed to take in the different philosophies, these different doctrines they have in this world. All right, but hey, what are we supposed to do? Hey, continue.
It says, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls.
Hey, that's what we're supposed to hey, receive and apply this engrafted word, which is this truth, man.
That's right.
All right, this pure words, man. All right,
Continue on.
yeah, continue.
Verse 22. Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. So like deceiving your own selves.
Yeah, be a doer on your own. You gotta be a doer of the word. You're not supposed to know this truth or else you deceive your own self, man. All right, cutting your own self, bro.
Yeah. It says, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For behold, it's like, for he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was.
Yeah, you forget who you was. Like, yeah, you soon like the camera on, like while the camera on, you speaking on it, and you know this truth, but then like the camera's off, you just a completely different person.
That's right.
All right. Yeah.
It says, but whosoever look into the perfect law of liberty and continue it therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. Keep going.
No, yeah, that's it. It's A for sure. At the end of the day, A was not be a forgetful hearer. All right, but A was to take in and apply this word while our life, man. All the days of our life, man. Was A learn this truth and apply this truth, man, to the end. All right.
1 John 3 and 7. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous.
Yeah, let no man deceive you, man. Don't be deceived, man. At the end of the day, it's all about being righteous, about applying righteousness, doing righteousness, all right? Not just knowing it or saying it, all right? That's it, man.
I got something. All right, Con. This Proverbs chapter 11. I'm going to start at 3. It says, the integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of the transgressors shall destroy them. Which, that integrity, what is our integrity? All right? It's these law, statutes, and commandments. This is what we are rebuilding our new selves with, which we not new people, all right? But through the Spirit, we've been renewed by this word. Now, by Shem Yahshua has renewed us, and we've filled up our glass with this living water, all right? It says, riches profit not in a day of wrath. Now, I'm going to jump down verse 5. It says, verse 4. It says, riches profit not in a day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Which is what? That ultimate death. Receiving this word now, doing this work now, all right? This is going to deliver us in a day of evil. It says, verse 5, the righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. Half-ass doing the work. The Lord said, hey, you either be what? Hot or cold. Or he going to spew you out his mouth. He respect you more if you just go ahead and be wicked, bro.
Yeah. We're going to tell you where a spirit in the blue, though. They say he reject you with extreme disgust.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, man, Lord, like, man, I can't even fathom, like, how that I can't even explain it.
That's
like,
scary.
Bro, that's scary.
I got a little bit more on you. It says, verse 6, the righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but the transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. Right? So, I mean, that's very explanatory, man. Doing this work sincerely, wholeheartedly, that's going to deliver us. All right? Which we understand that the deliverance is not, um, done by us or by man. But hey, doing this work, we know one thing. That puts you in a very good spot to get delivered. All right, I brought this out myself and all these men up here and behind the camera. We are of that number. All right, but doing this work, like the brother, brought out as the opening statement, we gotta be, you gotta live by this, man. We gotta live by this. Go ahead.
Yeah, you should want to live by this, man. Hey, man, out of all the spirits that's on this earth, hey, the Lord called us to do this, man. All right? And then, hey, man, that's why we supposed to take it seriously, man, because they're not supposed to take the mercies of the Lord, kindness for weakness, man. All right? And then, just how the Lord called you in, he can just reject you quick. All right? And give somebody, give to somebody else that's willing to live by this truth, man. All right?
Just to back up what the brother said about this word is going to be used to deliver us. Right now, we building our faith by doing the works of sincerity, so that right now, the more we do the work and show the sincerity, the more it builds our faith, the more confident we are to go into Jacob's trouble with the thought that the Lord's going to protect us, because he said he would. He said if we present our bodies as a living sacrifice, if we go down the highways and hedges and warn our people, if we fellowship, if we're brotherly, if we do the commandments that he gave us, he's going to deliver us out of the evil. And these people that are doing the truth wickedly, but secretly they're still smoking weed, secretly they're still being a nigga, secretly they're still committing adultery. When all hell breaks loose, they're not going to have that dawah in their mind. They're not going to be confident that the Lord's going to deliver them, because they know they're a nigga, man. The scriptures tell you in that day their own sins are going to be their accusers. They're going to know, man, I was bullshitting the whole time. I knew these things were happening. I was talking about these things happening. I was prophesying, but I was still being a nigga. So
Jacob's trouble is going to reveal like who's doing it, who's not doing it. Yeah. All right, but as the scripture say, this you know my children.
I got something for you back in the book, bro. Hey, it's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 9, verse 9. It says, "Then shall they be in pitiful case." It says, "Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways." All right, hey, these people abuse the ways of the Lord. All right, and which is going to get into more depth. It says, "And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty." So how can you loathe the law and have while we're given liberty? You have to know the truth. All right? Oh, I'm gonna come out, in a couple months. I'm not ready yet. Man, when you hear this word, it just compels you to just come out like, man, I don't know where these brothers at, but I gotta get out there, bro. You feel me? But it says, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. So it's like the 2/3 that they don't really understand the truth. All right, but then you have other 2/3 that know the truth, that, like the brother brought out, prophesied. All right, they hold gatherings, Israelite wrestling matches and shit like that. You ain't supposed to be doing that, man. That's bugged out, bro. But hey, they doing what? What it just said? It says, while they had yet liberty, and as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. They think this shit a game. And this is what's going to happen. It says, the same must know it after death by pain. Death by pain. All right? A painful death awaits you if you taking this thing of ours lightly, bro. For real. Y'all got it, bro.
I wanted to back up the statement you had made before. You was mentioning about really there's no way you can fail if you want to do these things. Yeah. This is Sirach, the book of Ecclesiastes, Sirach, chapter 2, and I'm going to start at 6. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. This is the last one. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So you can't lose. This, you are tremendously boosting your chances of making it out this thing if you do these things right here. If you fear the Lord, you obey the Lord, and that's what we're doing out here. We out here obeying the Lord. We're trying to rise our chances of getting out this thing.
Hey, if I can say this, hey, like the elder Yakin always say, bro, hey, if we don't make it, but doing this work wholeheartedly, hey, I went out trying.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, honorable death, man.
Yeah,
that's
right.
an honorable death.
That's right.
Hey, you know, I got put to death, but hey, at least I did. Hey, the end of my life, I did was pleasing to the Lord to the best of my ability. All right,
That's right.
that's honorable right there, man. All right.
And the key word there was trusting the Lord. Because if you trust in the Lord, you're going to actually believe in his word. You're not going to just do things to be seen of men. You're not just going to be doing things to get views on Instagram, on YouTube. Trusting in the Lord means, look, even if I upload a video and it has one view, the Lord saw it. You know, that's trusting in the Lord. You're not trusting in man's opinion. Also, this group has the most members, so they must have the truth. No, man. The scriptures speak about following a multitude to do evil. You know, the Lord's dealing with a little sanctuary. But this same Mark chapter 7, verse 6. He answered and said unto them, and this Yahushua quoting the book of Isaiah, he says, well hath Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, this people honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me.
Yeah, like that's, yeah, you speaking on love, but now you're not living according to what is required of you. All right? And there's vanity. All you're doing is you're just making a fool of yourself, Jay. All right? That's it.
This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 13. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That's simple. That's simple. That's simple. All right? Everybody bring that up?
I got that.
This 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 16. As free.
And how we free. Hey, waking up to the truth. As the scripture say, how Shah said in John 8:32. He that
We shall know the truth.
yeah, we shall know yes, Father. You shall know the truth shall make you free. All right? Keep on.
As free and not using your liberty
It was our liberty during this grace period. All right, Lord, have the mercy upon us. Okay?
for a cloak of maliciousness.
Yeah, not being a wicked Jake, man. All right? Not being, yeah, man. Not be out here just doing what we want to do. All right? And not having that fear of the Lord, man. All right? But hey, what we're supposed to do?
But as the servants of the Most High.
Hey, how we serve the Lord. As that brother Brian, like Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. All right? It's not that hard to do, man. All right?
Whole duty.
Our purpose, man. Our purpose, bro.
And
But the whole thing.
And don't the scripture say keep his commandments and his commandments are not grievous?
Not grievous.
So
bro.
like you said, it ain't hard.
Yeah, no. All right.
On these wicked chicks. Yeah. This is still in Sirach chapter 2, but I'm going down to verse 12. It says, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands in the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believed not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. That's right. This is Sirach chapter 2, and I started at 12. It says, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands and the sinner that goeth two ways.
Hey, going two ways. All right, yeah. double-minded. All right? Yeah. Yeah, now you're speaking on the truth, but at the end of the day, you into the ways of the world. All
You're a
right?
hypocrite.
You see?
A hypocrite.
Yeah, hypocrite. Yeah, you're a hypocrite. Simple.
Verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended.
That's right. You're not going to be offended because, hey, the scripture say, hey, we should be bold. We're going to be bold in that day, having confidence in that day because, hey, we did what we had to do to please the Lord. All right? So, hey, if you faint-hearted, you feel, that means, hey, you have the same, have that shameful thought. All right? Yeah.
And the spirit.
Yeah.
You didn't take this time to do, spiritual exercise. The Lord gonna give you the test, but what are you doing to prepare for the test? Right? And how we prepare for the test? We've been bringing it out all fucking day. Right? Watching videos, being brotherly, watching breakdowns of the apostles, other elders. Right? Those are the ways that you exercise your faith, bro. And then the Lord gonna give you a test somewhere down the line, and then you gauge yourself. Hey, did I pass this test? What I need to do, even if I passed it, what do I need to do to become better?
Yeah. Right? Well, I say right now we're going through spiritual quizzes right now, man. That's right. Hey, see, we're going to apply it as important for us to apply this word. All right, because in that day, it's going to be a closed book test. Yeah, and the word got to be in us. All right, so that's why scripture tells us, hey, seek the law while we may be found. Hey, learn these precepts. So, hey, in that day, hey, we be confident. And we know these precepts. Hey, you know how to apply this, apply that, man. We go through certain tribulations. All right?
And Jacob's trouble gonna be that final exam.
Exit exam.
The exit exam. You have to pass that in order to
else.
Exit out of here.
I got something for you, bro. Hey, because look, what's the importance of a test or exam? You can't, like, it's a closed book exam. Right?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, always getting that test is to see if we are living by it, man. That's an example, yeah. Like, just like how, like, always get a test to see how you're learning. So, yeah, the same was in the spirit, like, seeing all we really believe. That's why, hey, Lord is having us,
man. You could get by all school year long, right?
Bullshit, yeah.
Cheating. You might not think the teacher watching you. You passing notes, laughing, just being an ass. But at the end of the semester, you got that exit ticket, right? That exit exam, like the brother just brought out. And I just want to bring this, hey, because look, the righteous, they gonna have all the answers. Like, the Lord gonna make sure He making sure we got the answers right now.
All the answers are right here.
I'm gonna just bring the scripture out, bro. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 3. It says, a man of understanding trusteth in the law. All right, so we trust that we're doing the right things right now. All right, we have trust in the names of Yahweh Shem Yahshai that we're doing the right things to ensure our deliverance. Okay, it says, and the law is faithful unto him. The law is faithful. What does faithful mean? All right, it has faith. Like, hey, where y'all get that, bro? Get the word faithful, bro. I wanna get that. I don't wanna fuck that up.
full of faith.
Like. Good.
Hebrews 11 tells you that faith is the substance of things not seen.
That's right.
The hope of things, the evidence of things hoped for. So you full of evidence of the kingdom of heaven. Even though you can't physically see it, you full of that faith, man.
That's right. It says, and that's an oracle. All right. What is an oracle? Considered a seer. Okay. So what? We're seeing the answers to this test, and that's what's gonna separate us from the 2/3 in the rest of the world. We're gonna have the answers, right? Because we prepared diligently and we took our time with this thing, man.
We live by it.
Yeah.
Simple. Simple.
That's all I have.
All right, man. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. The Master Apostle Elder GMS, we learn this truth from, and peace and blessings to who we like. That's doing the will of Yahweh Shema Shai in faith, faith, and sincerity. With that, shalom.
Shalom.